Hello, recording. It is the 11th of July.
What was John's character?
11:55 a.m. GMT. I don't know what time in EST that is. Anybody listening to the recording can do the math. I am Officer Cohen Ryker. We have Sergeant
Aldo.
Flax.
That's the name.
Oh,
Aldo. Okay,
I remember
okay.
him.
Yeah.
And we have Nino Chavez. This is a voluntary interview. Nino, you can leave at any time.
Yep.
You are not being detained. It's just a voluntary interview regarding Archie.
Yeah, anytime, feel free to walk up, Mr. Chavez. Like I said, you're not detained. Just appreciate your time.
Yep. Absolutely.
Okay, so about an hour ago, Archie Archer was brought into Crusade Medical, where he was pronounced dead. Now, Nino, what is Archie's relation to you?
Archie was my campaign manager up until 2 hours ago.
Okay. How long had he been your campaign manager?
Like a week or something like that. 2 weeks, maybe.
Sorry, I was getting my notepad here. Okay.
I didn't catch much. Honestly, I think I heard.
What kind of duties? Like, are there general duties that they have as a campaign manager, or is it just kind of whatever throughout the day?
I mean, you know, it mostly like setting up meetings and all that kind of shit. At first he was like the primary individual to coordinate things. How you doing, Deca? And over time those responsibilities kind of, that door's open, by the way.
I mean, to me, it was like he was, tying up loose ends.
Oh, it's still open.
Hinges are a bit stiff. If it's still open for you, you may need to just walk over and close it.
It's good now.
Cool.
So yeah, he was like a coordinator, and then sort of over time responsibilities started to spread.
Okay.
Mr. Chavez, can you get off the phone?
I could.
We'll just appreciate that. That's all.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. I'm looking at this breaking news that is pretty unbecoming. Archie has passed away. His legacy to the city of always running for every position will live in our hearts.
Well, I believe you. He was a good man.
Well, I'm just reading the tweet.
Ryker?
Had there been any hostilities between any other parties or any other individuals throughout the campaign?
Yes. Well, today he managed to piss off 2 separate gangs. He pissed off Norman Adams. He pissed off a lot of people today. I don't really know what got into him.
Do you know what he did? Like, was it the same thing?
No, it was like
people, or was it...
he kind of just, I don't know. I don't really know Archie too well, so
Okay.
He seemed pretty ego when I first met him, and always someone who's going to give people opportunities, you know, no matter how many bumps and bruises they got.
Sure.
But so some of his like idiosyncrasies, you know, it's hard to read. But apparently today, for whatever reason, he decided to go around just pissing off people. And
do you know which people?
Yeah,
I mean, I named some of them.
Norman Adams.
Norman Adams. He pissed off some gang members.
As a judge.
Apparently.
Do you know which gang or which gang members?
That is a judge, but he pissed them off. He was
right. No, I understand that, but he said, go ahead.
So he pissed off Norman. I'm gonna iterate. So that means I'm gonna give you a list one by one. Pissed off Norman. Apparently, he kept going to him and inquiring to become a judge, and Norman's trying to tell him to, piss off because they're in the middle of writing all this like Constitution shit. They got a meeting coming up, and he was very adamant about it. So much so that Norman ended up contacting us when confronted about it. He said, me and Norman, we're friends. It's not what Norman thought. Pretty annoyed, and known Norman for years, and I could tell it wasn't some ha-ha he shit. As for the gangs, can't really say which ones. My understanding is he was going around checking them. Whether that's true or not, who knows? But seemed like it. What else? Apparently he was stirring up shit over at the Burger Shot. Seemed a little off his rocker. I think ever since he was told that he needed to kind of like slow things down a little bit. He was getting eager. Which ultimately led it to his 24-hour suspension. After that conversation, it really became a matter of like, you got to either turn yourself around or, your job's done. Well, about 2 hours.
Go ahead.
Elaborate.
No, go ahead. My apologies.
Yeah. So he was given a 24-hour suspension, and he was told that he's got to go apologize to everybody that he pissed off, and once he's done, to let us know. After which it would be reevaluated. It would be brought back into the campaign. I don't know if he took it too well, because shortly thereafter, he decided to go around and have himself pulled. So I don't know if he misunderstood or whether he kind of took it to heart. We assume the latter. And I don't know what to tell you, but I think he might have, took it a little too hard, if you know what I'm saying.
Okay.
Ryker, go ahead.
When was the last time you visually saw Archie?
From now, roughly, timeline.
Is that a suspect?
Sorry, that was the dispatcher.
Oh, shit. All right. It's mostly been phone calls. I don't know when I saw him today. I'm trying to remember.
Okay, no worries.
It might have been like way early before the tsunami.
Okay, understood.
Mr. Chavez, if we could go back a little bit in time, how did you originally meet Archie Archer?
Like for the first time ever?
Yeah. And then my second question to that is, what made you decide to have him as part of your campaign staff?
I have no idea. I always let anyone who wants to help have a chance. Could have been a phone call. Could have been bumping into him.
I understand, but this guy's name is next to yours on the website, is it not?
What can I say? I'm an inclusive guy. We got like 8 people working on this. We gotta tell people they gotta wait. So.
Understood. Ryker, do you have a question? I can go if you like.
Go for it.
So let's go back to the campaign here, Mr. Chavez, and the suspension.
You turn off the recording, or what's going on?
Wait, what happened to the recording?
It's
a good
still
question.
Going, just the screen's turned off. It's all good. It's still
going. Gotcha. Yeah, you got to shake it sometimes, you know?
Yeah, that's all. I didn't even touch it.
I just woke it
Okay.
up. Still going.
Going back to you said this is the suspension.
Yeah.
He took that thing pretty hard. What led you to obviously pissing off people? Was that the ultimate deciding factor in the fact that he was suspended?
I'm not a big. I don't wait. I solve the problem right then and there. Going around and pissing off justices in the middle of a campaign, pissing off gang members in the middle of a campaign, that is just inappropriate, unprofessional, a slew of things. And he was warned in the past. I remember one day he inferred that he had gotten done doing like a cash exchange robbery, and apparently like driving through a meeting or something like that because he thought it was very ha ha he he. Told to lock it in that back then. There's a couple of occasions, but couldn't really pick up on social cues all that well. But
Understood. And what was the deciding factor? A suspension versus like a termination from the campaign?
well, it was actually decided he'd be terminated after he started kind of behaving like in the manner he did. You take a suspension that personally where you're gonna, stop moping around and getting your name pulled and all that kind of stuff. That's the behavior of a child.
Let's see. So he was lashing out basically.
Yeah, I think trying to garner sympathy, like, oh no, oh my God, I got suspended. It's the end of the world. You can remove me from the thing. And that was the deciding factor at this point. At that point, I should say.
Understood.
But he didn't know that. That was discussed internally.
Do you think any of the people that he upset or anybody at all, can you think of anybody that might want to hurt him like that?
I mean, it literally could have been anybody. I mean, look, if I'm hearing that two separate gangs look, let me see. I'm gonna reference my phone here real quick.
Sure, go ahead.
Trying to think. I want to say this started 4 hours ago, maybe, question mark. But to hear in this tsunami alone, right? He's pissed off a judge, 2 different gang members, etc., etc. And these are the situations that I heard of. I can only assume that he was doing a lot more. So, given the fact that, go ahead.
I'm not sure if you caught it. One of it. I'm sorry. I'm not sure if I caught the part if you said it. But when did you start figuring that he was causing problems?
What do you mean?
Was it today that you started to see things kind of come to the surface as far as his problems, issues? When was it?
Today he lashed out very different than normal.
What is normal, if you don't mind me asking?
Look, what's not normal is going around and pissing off different gangs. That I haven't seen that before, at least heard of it.
Right. So you're saying that normal would have been just talking about things, taking lickings on the chin, taking accountability, and coming back and showing action.
I'm saying it's not normal for a person like Archie to go and start shit with gang members. So
Yeah,
I'm not aware if he's been doing that kind of thing previously, but this is the first I've heard of it. And 2 incidents of it is odd.
I think earlier Nino mentioned that occasionally he had a little bit of tee haha behavior that wasn't taken as tee haha.
Yeah,
kind of. I'm right in thinking that's his normal behavior, and then today he kind of overstepped the line and really ruffled some feathers. Is that correct?
correct.
Okay.
And what's strange about it is, you know, like I said, it's not just that it was these gang members, but it's also pissing the shit out of Norman Adams. So to me, that seems like a pretty wide spread of pissing people off.
Okay. So just confirm you wouldn't be able to specifically name any one group or any one person that is more likely to have done this than others. Okay.
I mean,
Just
I genuinely think he, like, I don't know what to tell you. Like,
Fafoed.
he fucked around and found himself out, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
Like, I don't think anyone killed him, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Now, after you left observatory, where'd you go, Mr. Chavez?
I went to the court case.
And do you recall what the court case was about?
No. I know Kid Archer. Oh wait, actually, I've got the.
Did you drive from the observatory? Did somebody pick you up? How'd you get to the courthouse?
Took my bike with Tilly.
Okay, and the bike being the Hakachu?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then, how'd you hear about the news of Archie Archer?
I got a call in the middle of the lawyer meeting.
And when was the lawyer meeting roughly?
So the timeline goes City Hall or the Constitution thing at the Galileo Observatory. Then came the court case. Oh, actually, no. Then came a meeting in the courthouse on the 3rd floor with me, Abby, Tilly, and Michael. Eve couldn't
Michael who?
attend. Michael
Simone?
What? Why would it be Michael Simone?
I'm not sure. I'm just asking a name.
The fuck? No, that guy's a fucking bozo. I'm not going to work with that guy.
He's the only Michael I know. That's all.
It's on the
Michael's
record
a
now.
very common name.
Not Los Santos.
Michael, the Michael sitting outside. What do you mean? The Michael that was
Bust
at
your
the ICU.
balls, Mr. Chavez.
Oh, yeah, okay. Is that what it is? All right. So anyways, me, Michael, Abby, Tilly, we went to the courthouse. Had a little, I don't know, 15, 20-minute meeting. And then we went across the hallway to Kit's court case with Rhodes. Rhodes was on the stand. I don't know what the fuck it was about. I think it was like a cash exchange or something like that. I briefly looked at the shared document. 30 minutes after that was the Norman Adams pulled me out, me and Abby out. We went to the meeting. About 10 minutes, 15 minutes into the meeting, we got a phone call saying that Archie was, dead.
Okay. I'm conscious of you mentioned that you kind of need to head out of here, so conscious of your time. Slacks, do you have any more questions?
We can take time. It's fine.
No.
Okay.
I might have future questions, Mr. Chavez. Would you be okay with coming down for like a second interview, possible?
Yeah, absolutely.
I appreciate your time and cooperation. It means a lot. Thank you.
Just for the record, like I said, it was mentioned to me that he was in communication with Michael, who was with me, while we were inside the courthouse. And I believe, based on the timeline, about 20 minutes later, he was dead. Now, Michael was with us, but that's a very short timeline. And he was acting very end of the world. So,
do you believe he was in possession of his phone when those messages were going out?
Well, I mean, apparently he was sending a lot of doomy shit to a lot of folks. I mean, it even sounded like Ruby got a doomy one based on what I overheard at the hospital. So that's what I'm saying. I think, I think
Does that fit his MO?
I not that I'm aware. Well, I mean, like, I don't know him well enough, but like,
Okay.
there was a lot of people he sent some doomy things to. So,
Right.
you know, either someone did it on his asking, or he found a way to do it. You ever heard of, you know, when a suspect runs towards a cop, trying to get them to shoot him?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
the most likely circumstance here.
Gotcha.
All right.
All right. Appreciate your time, Nino. I'll go ahead and end the recording here.
Anytime.
Go ahead
Hey,
and reach
by
out.
the way, my campaign can be found at votenino.com.
Oh yeah, we see
Sponsor.
that everywhere. Don't worry. It's on social media everywhere.
Good shit. Good shit.
Okay.
All right. You take care.
Tilly, you going to come through?
Sure.
Thank you.
All right.
You heading out?
Yeah, I'm heading out.